Hello again, everybody. Welcome back to Kingdoms of Amalur Re-Reckoning, our Universalist playthrough. So, to catch y'all up to speed, I did a little bit of salvaging of the items I didn't sell off. My mistake. And then, just out of curiosity, I tried some of the stealthier things in the game to see if I was still good at it. And, got myself a helmet. I also pickpocketed the blacksmith, but the reason you don't see any of that stuff is because I salvaged all of the equipment that she had. It was basic iron stuff and honestly really bad components, but it was fun. And I think later down the line, I mean, it'll only work if I put points into stealth, which I kind of don't. I only put points into stealth if I'm doing a full finesse run, because otherwise it's not really that worth it. So what are we going to do today? First, we're going to dispel this chest that I thought I dispelled already. Oh, this is the other Amon statue. Are there more of these? I don't have the key for this. Part of me wants to look it up. The other part wants to find it naturally. I'll find it naturally. Let's discover whatever this is. I recognize that name. We will have to be here later. So what are we gonna do today? I fast traveled over to Shieldring Keep with the intention of starting the Warsworn quest line. But I remember really liking the House of Ballads quest line, so I wanted to get that started. Ow. I don't think it has that many rewards for me. I am potentially interested in pursuing Feyblades, but I think I do want to stick with a great sword and bow, or like a might weapon and a bow. At least for now. Well, look at that. I found myself some gauntlets. I'm getting more of a matching set. Just need the greaves or boots, whatever you want to call them. I think they're called greaves. So I am making my way to the House of Ballads. At least I think I am. Yes, I am. Oh. Yeah. Steel greatsword. Better than the one I have. I'll take it. 35 and 8 plus damage during the daytime. Well, it's daytime and they're not doing that much, so I'll go ahead and equip that. And replace weapon 1. I'll add that to the junk, and we'll take these. Just to make sure I'm actually wearing it, yes. Regular steel greatsword, and if I had a gem... Oh, that's what I wanted to do. I want to make gems. I think I could do it here anyway. But at least I can put a gem on this greatsword, which is useful. Let's heal up.
Proceed no farther, mortal. You are not one of our kind, and the seat of Sir Sagrel will never be occupied by one so mundane.
Excuse
Hallam
me.
the White prepares the contest, and he must not be interrupted at this our time of greatest need.
I just wanted to come here to let you know if Faye has been injured.
No doubt you speak of Illuvia, impetuous fool. I told her to avoid your settlement, to avoid Odaroth altogether. She never listened to my warnings. I will chastise her appropriately upon her return. It is a loss, yes, but not the first unexpected event in this telling. What happened?
I have to be honest. She was attacked by a villager.
Attacked, you say? Your kind is too timid to even speak to us, and now you're trying to kill us. I do not understand it. However, your honesty is appreciated.
I feel like you would have known if I was lying.
Tell the people of Gorhart that they have nothing to fear from us. We mean them no ill will, as long as they leave the forest undisturbed as they found it.
Okay.
I should not be seen talking to you. It isn't good for my reputation. Goodbye.
I didn't say anything. There is a quest here, but I'm gonna fast travel over to Gorhart and turn in that quest for some XP, and then I'll continue with the House of Ballads. Scrolls are highly resistant to most types of magic. That makes sense. Explains why it wasn't quite working. Is there a trainer up there? Is that what that symbol means? I don't remember.
You made it. You're back. I was so worried that the Fae had taken out the revenge on you. As usual, I was wrong. The Fae has recovered, thanks to your potion. In fact, she wishes to stay in the village for the next several weeks as she recovers. Goreheart will be a new community, a place of compassion, and it's thanks to you. Please, take my sword and buckler.
Hey.
They will serve you well, as they have served me.
Probably a longsword, but I'll take it. Yeah, it's a longsword. Buckler, though. Not a finesse weapon.
Bye now.
Ooh, almost level 6. I'm fairly certain. Yeah, it's a finesse weapon. That's fine. I'll add that to junk. And get something out of it. Let's remove these iron gauntlets. And this steel longsword. Probably not going to be as good. I can't break this down yet, that greatsword, but I'm going to save it until I can. Oh, there's a healer. What is that symbol? Is there a trainer there? Oh, actually, I think it's you.
My words. Bringing a Fae into the village will only cause our people grief.
Ooh, I can train and detect hidden. This is gonna be useful. I need to sell something and make some money. I'm gonna sell all the junk. And I'm not gonna use this, you can take it. Not doing any magic damage right now. Take that. Or fire. Increase total armor. Bleeding damage. I'm not inflicting bleed yet. I don't use shadow prisms like ever. I will not sell these. Thank you very much. I will sell this. I don't really have any use for it. Still haven't read that. Hold on a minute. Alright. Okay. Famed Mages of the Scholia Arcana, Part 1, The Early Years. Though the philosophy of the Scholia Arcana demands its adherents to sacrifice any form of personal gain for the sake of advancing the study of magic, there are not a few moments in history where extremely talented or notorious mages of the order have secured a position in the collective memory of Amalur. It goes without saying that the founding members, Elodon Bloodgood, Maris Torix, and Eleanor Brea, are among this number, but there are yet others who, in their own way, have heralded themselves into the annals of legend. Where better to start than with Evren the Bernheart? During the early years of the Order, our ranks were dominated by the Alfar, whose affinities for magic seemed limitless. Very rarely did we have humans, save of course the founding members, who had the magical capacity to withstand the rigors of initiation. When Evren, a small, almost sickly Almain, appeared in Rathir, it seemed the only way he would have gained admission into the Scholia was by the pity of his examiners. Not so, it was found, for within minutes of his arrival he demonstrated for us an application of fire magic that had never been witnessed before. It was almost as if he pulled a star from the sky and slammed it into the earth with meteoric force. The plants and soil that had once been there had been turned to glass and cinders under such heat. In time, we learned that, though powerful, his skills were nearly uncontrollable, for they were innate. Eventually, we learned from his powers a new, more potent form of fire magic than was previously thought possible, and taught Evren the serenity needed to quell the raging fires within him. Then there was the Siren. Pause for dramatic effect. A traveler with no name and no stories of her past save for a knowing smile. That the Order discovered her existence is a miracle in and of itself. Allegedly, she was utilizing her comeliness in a less than savory manner in a small village in the Ice Brine. By chance, she met an initiate of our order who, in what must have been a sudden burst of uncharacteristic indiscretion, accepted her proposal. A small song from her lips, and he realized she was using some form of magic to charm him into thinking she had earned her coin. It took some convincing, but she agreed to some sessions of tutelage with the Scolia. But to this day, we still cannot truly fathom the sing-song spells she wove with her voice. But the Scolia is remembered for its more peculiar members as well. Frontbreath the Miasmic was touted as a powerful mage long before he came to our order, though none could say why. He submitted himself to the trial of initiation, and though he passed with some success, there was much confusion as to whether his reputation was deserved. When asked, he affirmed that it was, and offered to prove it, by engaging in flatulence so powerful as to propel him from the Predary all the way to the Scolia Arcana courtyard. Surely not the magic we had anticipated, but from Everin to Frunbert, these great heroes have demonstrated magic's mutability and variety of forms. Did I just read about a fart mage? I love this game. Also, the reason I paused for dramatic effect on the siren is that the character that my main character here is named after, Alora, was my wife's character in our Dungeons and Dragons game. And she was also nicknamed the Siren. She was a sea elf bard who used a lot of lightning magic and enchantment magic, of course, being a bard. So I found that very, very nice. Alright, let's go back to the House of Ballads and start a very interesting quest. It tells us a lot more about the world and the Fae in general.
Listen, all of you. As you've clearly heard, a rare vacancy has occurred in the House of Ballads. There has been an event, a great twist in the narrative of our kind. Sir Sagril has fallen. Sagril, slayer of Ozigan, defender of the crown of Haxi, has been defeated. A death in the House of Ballads gives an opportunity, a chance for one hero to join the ranks of the greatest champions in Fae-telling. Olain, Kreth, Wenson the Bold. Do any of you, have the courage to pass the confirmation? If you do, your adventures will be sung to the heavens for all eternity.
And that's the introduction to the quest.
Mundane don't belong in Fae houses.
This does not concern you, mortal. You would not, could not, understand. One of our most beloved heroes has fallen. Sir Sagril's passing leaves his legend in peril. A seat in the House of Ballads cannot remain empty, lest the great stories end. And that must never happen.
What is the House of Ballads, by the way, in particular?
We are the collectors of tales, the warriors of lore, the most respected of all Summer Court heroes. Our deeds are known across the Fae lands. Our great knights, Wenson the Bold, Airmer the Pure, Olain the Kind, are destined to repeat their quests for all eternity, that no Fae may ever forget. They remind us of who we are and what we've done, of our greatest achievements and our deepest losses. The house ensures those defining tales are never forgotten.
And what happened to Sir Sagril?
Sir Sagril, slayer of Ozigan, lord of the morning mists, and defender of the crown of Haxi, was one of our most beloved knights. His tales have endured for generations. Several days ago he departed to do battle with the Grave Thresh, his most famous and legendary foe. But there was an event, a twist in the story. In this telling, it was the Thresh that bested Sagril. Such an outcome has never happened. I don't know what to make of it.
I like to think that in my character's head, she's just like, uh-oh, that might be my fault. Because destiny doesn't really matter around me. I want to fill the seat of Sir Sagril.
You are bold,
But that is not how tales are told in the House of Ballads. Only a worthy Fey hero may finish his quest, complete his story. However, these are strange times. Magic weaves itself in new patterns and change. It is the one thing with which we Fey have no experience. If you so choose, join the other pledges. You too may attempt to defeat the Grave Thresh, recover Sagral's ring, and take his seat in the House of Ballads.
Okay. Where is the Grave Thresh?
The lair of the Thresh is east of this great house, in the hollow of Gorgoeth. In the evenings after dark, you can hear its disturbed slumber. The cries are unsettling. Go now and make the song.
I wish you the best.
From what I remember, it's not actually a race, but I do just go straight there. Just why not? Also, I can fast travel. I've been there before. Haha. I'm gonna get there first. I never trained Detect Hidden, did I? I'm gonna train it now before I forget, because I will forget. Oh, there's another quest there! Ugh, alright, I'm out of...
I'm sorry. Did you say something? I'm a bit lost in thought. Today could be the day, you know? Camden could be the next one to round that corner.
Sorry, who?
He is my husband. Although we were together for only one night before he marched.
Uh-oh.
His militia fights under the banner of General Finn. We had one night together, and then he departed for 3 long years. He will return. My heart tells me so.
Oh boy. Alright, if I find him, I'll let you know.
I can't give you much in return, but what I have is yours. The Alpha army is notoriously secretive with their information.
Alpha?
And all my
Oh
pleas
boy.
for help have been ignored. You might find something in Dyden Hill. That is where Camden volunteered. Of course, that was years ago. Thank you for your kindness. I will be waiting here for news.
If I find him... Oh, I found him. I knew it. I knew I recognized the name. I found this death notice.
No! I don't care what any paper says. Those are just words on a page. They mean nothing.
Oh boy.
You must find out the truth.
Where did you last see him?
On that very road, the one leading east to the Rathia coast. He was heading off to enlist at the station in Dyden Hill. That was years ago. How would I look to him now?
You know what? I think we've been
Farewell.
redirected. I need that quest done. Oh. Nope. Never mind. Not doing that. I'll do that later. I like to tackle these quests by area. Where am I going? This way. I like to tackle these quests by area, so I'm not hopping back and forth too much. Although there is fast travel, so I'm sure it wouldn't be that bad.
Come on over.
Welcome to Gorehart Inn.
Train me, please. Teach me how to detect the things.
We'll see you soon.
And now, even if I respec, I will gain... I'm in the wrong place. I don't know where to go. Skills. I will always have 1 extra in Detect Hidden. Very nice. I think by the time I hit level 8... Level am I right now? I'm gonna hit level 6, so I'll go 6, 7, and then bam, level 8. So I can see secret doors. I almost wish I had it now because I swear there are secret doors in Gorgoth. Later when I'm trying to complete the game entirely, I'm gonna have to go back to a few of these dungeons. I can feel it. I can feel it. All right, let's get this quest started at least. It's actually highlighted. All right. I can now see which way the enemies are facing, which means nothing to me, right now at least. Lore stone, yep. I feel like there's a lore stone hidden behind a secret door.
Sir Sagril was a clever rogue of great and merry cheer. Oh, come and listen to the song of he who had no fear, of he who we hold dear.
I kind of want to get the one that lets me disarm traps, but I'm gonna do this one first. More bow damage. Oh, that's gonna be lovely. I'm gonna enjoy that. Yay, more damage with bows. Ranged attack damage and piercing damage. I think piercing damage affects great swords. I'll use it. I can change it whenever I like, but I'll use it for now. I know piercing damage affects bows, which is lovely.
Brash dustling. You have no role in Fey telling.
Excuse me?
This story belongs to one of us, not some whelp fresh from the cradle. First that strange maiden, now this. What is it you want here in Gorgoath?
Strange maiden?
She approached each of us who is vying for an empty seat in the House of Ballads, sometimes in the forest, sometimes in the plains. Each time she offered reward beyond our imagining. All she asked in return was that we infiltrate the house as her agent. Needless to say, none accepted.
I'll have to keep track of that for later. I just want to help.
Alas, Sagril's is a twisted tale, and we could use every available hand. You may stay, but the seat will never be filled by a mortal. Of that I am certain. We were too late to catch the thresh as it fed. Now the beast slumbers guarded by the vines and weeds of Gorgoath. But all is not lost. If we can destroy the roots before they take hold, we can rouse the beast. Come, I'll keep the thresh occupied while you seek out the heart vines. Keep your eyes open.
Let's go this way first. I'm gonna try and keep as many of them from dying, which I feel like is what's gonna happen. Getting stuck on stuff. Let's not collect alchemy ingredients that we're definitely not going to use anyway. Whew. Oh, this man's gonna get himself killed. Yup. I have a feeling they're supposed to die. I'm not too sure, so I don't want to say that outright, but I don't know if I've ever done this quest, and I've done it a couple of times and had them survive. Hey. Stop it right now. Burning greatsword? In a land filled with things made of wood? Gimme. Oh, that's gonna be great. So, part of the magic of the Universalist build is when you start to build magic damage, now all of a sudden the piercing damage, the melee damage, and the magic damage are all affecting the same weapon. Yeah, melee and magic. Or ranged and magic. So a bow with elemental damage or a sword with elemental damage are going to get double the bonuses. Let's continue this away. I know you don't like fire, so... Okay, so if I see white numbers, they're vulnerable. Got it. Come on. There we go. Ow. Oh, I thought I had... I'm still used to having spells.
Keep moving.
I know the bow gets better later on, but right now it's not doing it. Scepter. Oh, and there's a hidden chest. Yeah. I'll be honest, I'm not too worried about alchemy. I'm gonna regret this later, but for now, I'm gonna stop looting. It's not as good, but it does steal health back. I'll take it, and so I can dismantle it later. These are not useful. Okay. This is from like looping downward. Okay. So there's definitely a path obviously underneath us. And that's 2 out of 3. Big room coming up. Okay, yellow means they're not vulnerable or resistant. Come on. Let's get this done. Okay, I'm not doing a good job. There we go. I think I'm still used to the range of the staff. That seems like a glitch. I'm not gonna talk about it. I'm just saying, that doesn't look right. Energizing amulet. Regen, I'll take that. Did I put it on right? Yes, I did. It might not be a lot of regeneration, but I mean, anything helps, honestly. Speaking of which, I really should... In fact, I think I already have... Well, that's the mana regen. But do I have health regen? Yes, I do. Okay. This is good to take out of combat and before... It lasts for like a minute or so, or a couple minutes. So it can get you through a couple of encounters just fine. Ugh, I will say, elemental weapons make a lot of sound. Or not a lot of noise. I know how to speak. Sure I do. That's a good crit. Alright. Me and this pledge make a good team. Oh, I can't loot because there's another one. Aha! You are not resistant to poison, sir. I should try to start as many engagements as possible with the bow since it is poisoned. If not to deal damage, then at least so that if they hit me first, they don't deal as much. Steel kite shield. It's better than what I made. Well, the one I have gives me health. No, I'll just take it to dismantle it and make a better shield later. Alright. It looks like we are at... But we're almost at time. So I'm going to get to the door And then before I start the next part, we'll end here and then we'll continue on the next one. So let's finish this up. Wow. And this burning greatsword is doing it for me. I'm loving it. Ooh. Where do I think I'm going? There's a lore stone here. And probably some stuff I missed.
2 times he drank his weight in wine, and many lovers pleased.
Oh.
And drunk from such idle
Sir
pleasures,
Sagril.
with lethargy was seized. On beds of grass he eased.
This man's knew how to party. Is that what I'm hearing? Respect. Alright. I'm gonna save this fate bar mode thing for the boss that I know has to be coming. Alright. We're gonna end it right here. In the next episode, we're gonna go ahead and face the boss or whatever else awaits us here. I'm assuming it's the Thresh. Yeah. We'll finish that up and then maybe either continue with the House of Ballads quests or go down to the Warsworn and see what they're all about. Thank you once again for watching this episode of our Kingdoms of Amalur playthrough. More is on the way. I might increase it to 2 daily uploads since there is a lot of game to be played. Again, thank you. As always, spread the love, keep the peace, and remember you are blessed and highly favored. See you next time.